Ryse, Son of Rome, retrospective. Let's get into it. Ryse, Son of Rome is one of the games of all time, and it will go down in history as one of the games that have came out before. Ryse was supposed to be the big system seller for the Xbox One at launch in the year 2013. I mean, compared to the PS4 launch titles, it is like a top 5 game of all time. But wait, hold on. How does it hold up now? Is it worth playing in the year 2023? Let's find out. This is a game I have never played before in my entire life, but I decided to check it out, and I gave her a whirl when I seen her on Game Pass. And so, I was pretty okay. So what do you want to talk? What do you want to talk about first? The gameplay or the story? If you chose, write your choice down in the comments below. Alright, if you chose option B, the story, that is too damn bad. We're going to be talking about the gameplay now. Boom. Gameplay. This gameplay is some of the gameplay of all time. These graphics hold up pretty good for being like a 10-year-old game by now. That's actually one of the best parts of Ryse, is these graphics. But that's all I'm going to say about the graphics. There are 4 main gameplay parts of the game. The main meat and taters of this game is the swordplay, everyday swordplay. This swordplay is heavily inspired by the Batman Arkham series combat, the quick flow mechanics. It's very inspired by that. This game really makes you feel like you are a Roman warrior. And whoa, has swordplay ever looked this flashy? I don't think so. Every swing of the sword looks like straight out of a freaking movie. And the executions, my lord, they look really neat, guys. But I am getting ahead of myself. As a little Roman warrior, you have 2 different attack options. One button is a dodge. One button is a shield attack, and the other is a sword attack. The shield attack does a little stun. The sword does more damage. You also have a dodge button and a block button. You'll use these 2 attacks in unison to attack enemies to build up to an execution. So when an enemy is damaged enough, you can execute them. The executions are quick time events that can happen between either 1 or 2 enemies. These executions, the people will either flash blue or yellow, correlating to the button you may push in order to do the execution well. But actually, the button you push does not truly matter at all. You can press any button you want, and Marius, your character, will still finish them off for you. But hey, they look cool. There are 4 enemy variants who will be doing the finishers too. These 4 enemy variants consist of a basic enemy that is easy enough to take out, then a shield enemy you get to stun with your shield before you are allowed to attack. Then also there's a big man who you cannot get stunned, which you have to just slice him up. And then there's another guy with 2 swords that attacks thrice in a row before being able to get stunned or attacked. And to defeat that guy, you gotta block him three times. These 4 enemies are then reused over and over and over and throughout the whole game. That's all there is, those types. And wow, do they get reused. But the next gameplay part is when walking from combat area to combat arena. And I don't know why, but when Marius runs, the camera has to shake like Marius is about to lose his lunch, and oh boy, it makes me angry. I hate looking at him run. But anyways, so the walking is not a very good part, very sad. But the next part is when you get your boys together and you form a sort of wall, made out of shields. You and your boys have to walk forward and protect yourself from oncoming arrows. These parts are very boring, and you can't make me talk about them anymore. The final part of the gameplay is the turret sections. I appreciate the developers realizing, hey, maybe we don't want our players to get bored of this normal gameplay, so let's give them something even more boring to do. These turret sections are very boring, just sitting on a ballista, shooting arrows at peeps. I'm pretty sure these sections are unfailable too, so what is even the point of them really? So what the whole game boils up to is more style over substance. That's all this game is. Style, but no substance. The swords look cool, but whoa, 5 hours in, attacking the same guys, it's very boring. This needed to be switched up, sort of. Like halfway through, I think they should introduce a different weapon type or just more enemy variety. Because gosh, the same attacks over and over get boring. At the beginning of the game, the executions and the weapons look cool, but after you've seen these executions for the 50th time, I'm like, what the hell? Why am I even in Rome? So let's talk about something else. So I don't get mad about the stupid, boring gameplay anymore. The story. Ooh, this is where it gets good. Alright. The game opens up with Nero, the Roman leader of the time, seemingly being a little scaredy cat. He is running scared because he knows someone is coming after him and he is in great danger. He is in so much danger. He then yells out that he's in great danger and he needs protecting. The camera then pans to you, Marius, a great Roman leader. There's a great siege occurring in Rome, and Marius is doing his best to defend the city and work his way to Nero to defend his emperor. He tosses a little bag and tells another Roman warrior to put what's in this bag as high up as possible. You then fight your way to the Capitol building where eventually you find Nero. Marius and Nero go to Nero's hideaway because Nero is so scared of whatever looming threat is over his head. Nero asks for Marius' name, and he tells Nero that his name is not important, but his story is. It then cuts to Marius narrating his tale. Marius is home, at his family's house, with his papa, the great Leonidas of ancient legend. Marius is back from his great training to become a soldier to show off his cool skills with his epic dad. And as him and his daddy are training, his daddy tells the tale of Damocles, the great Roman warrior that was betrayed by his emperor, so he was revived by the god of revenge so that he can avenge his fallen comrades that were betrayed. Leonidas then gifts Damocles' dagger to Marius as a little gift. Then boom, a scream rings out. Marius and his daddy run out to find the barbarians have killed his mommy and his sister. Marius is so sad, so him and his daddy go and defend the great city of Rome. They fight their way through Rome to help defend the onslaught, but this defense does not have such a good ending. Long story short, daddy gets stabbed. As a result of this death, Marius gets promoted by commander battalion. You two together are now bringing the attack to the barbarians, so you can get on these big boats and storm their shores like Normandy, Norman World War II. But sadly, they were prepared. Big chains stretched across the sea, stopping the boats. Take out the boats. You take these chains out to let the boats get to shore. Then boom, you are on land. You march across. And finally, you're on land, and you march right to the hearts of barbarian lands in hope of capturing their King Oswald and their daughter Boudica. And boom, you're in their front door and knocking it down. You fight the daughter and make her say uncle. Right before you slaughter Boudica, Oswald begs for her life, and they are taken prisoner. You take your prisoners to Nero's dick of a son, Basilius. This appetite smug little man requests you to go deep into unexplored lands of the Roman Empire to rescue his brother Commodus from even scarier barbarians that Oswald traded him for. These little creatures in the woods are super scary, and they wear little deer skulls on top of their heads. But after you get through these scary guys, you save Commodus and you figure out he is a penis too. Then boom, a small time skip, you and your boys are at this island with Commodus and your prisoner, trying to negotiate peace between the two groups. But Commodus ruins it all and stabs King Oswald because he hates this barbarian. But his daughter gets away because Nero's little henchman that wears a white robe lets her get away for some reason. This makes the barbarians very angry, and they take over the island you are in, just as the last Romans escaped. They were able to escape because Marius sacrificed himself to let them go, but then he was awoke by this mysterious gold figure, a goddess, the goddess of revenge, perhaps. So now Marius has a new plan, a new realization. Nero had his father killed on purpose, and let the barbarians in on purpose. So Marius must turn into his own form of Damocles, like his tales the papa told, and kill down Nero and his two sons. First up, his son Basilius. Marius dresses up like his hero Damocles, and turns into a gladiator of sorts to impress Basilius. This new Damocles does good and impresses the sun. So this dummy invites Marius to his room and to invite him to the Grand Coliseum for a good old show coming up. Now, after accepting this invite, Marius stabs him right in the body, so now he is dead. Now, on to the other son I forgot the name of. You have to be the best gladiator you can be to impress this son. And so, after you do the challenge presented to you in the Great Colosseum, he attacks you because no warrior can be better than him, he says. But he is a little coward man, so he needs his buddies to help defeat this new Damocles. But obviously, Marius wins. Now, in an attempt to save Rome, but at the same time kill Nero, Marius must kill Oswald's daughter. I also forgot the name of. So as you go over to her and say, hey, maybe we aren't so different, because Nero has killed everyone we care about, but you still must die, woman. So you kill her and take her head as a little treat. Then you hand the head over that is in a bag. This is the same scene you see at the beginning of the game. Then it cuts back to you and Nero in the same room. Nero then realizes you are the one he needs to be worried about. You are Damocles. So you chase him, and then you tackle him over a ledge. That's this big old statue. And look, this statue is big. It is Nero himself holding a little sword. And you want to guess what happens? You tackle Nero right onto the statue and impale him right then and there. And oh my gosh, Nero is dead on the sword. He's like, but Marius is dead as well from the impact of the falling. This is the story of Marius. So to finish up the story part here, final thoughts. Well, it's kind of predictable where the story is going to go the whole time. The voice acting is good enough to make you care like a little tiny bit, I guess. I don't know. The story is okay, I guess. Nothing is that captivating, really, but it kept me entertained the whole time, I guess. It helped me push through the monotony of this dumb gameplay that I get bored of a lot. So it was okay, the story, I guess. So let's get into it. Final thoughts. Well, this game is one of the games of all time. The gameplay is like, okay, I'm tired of this by 1 hour in. The story's like, yeah, I see where this is going, but we're in Rome, so let's ride, baby. I'll let him cook, let Nero cook. But just by the end of the game, I'm like, why did I just waste 6 hours of my life playing this game when I could be playing the new Zelda game? Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, please go watch another. Please.